Now, you love punching out games.
Yes.
Like opening them, punching them out. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which means I never get to do it. So this
Yes.
is going to be really hard.
Hello everyone, I'm Ashley,
And I'm Ethan.
and welcome to Game on Board Game, a channel where we talk about board games and do fun games and challenges based on our love for them.
Today, Ashley has a surprise for me. What is it?
Punch Out.
Punch out challenge.
Yes. Often, I'll see on social media, people will post a picture of one of their punch outs and then they'll ask, can anyone guess what game they just punched out? So we thought it would be pretty fun to collect several of the new games that we have and keep punch outs from them and kind of make a game out of it. So I'm going to challenge Ethan to see if he can guess what games the punch outs are from. So most of these he has probably not done the punch outs for. He might have done a couple of them, but for the most part I did punch them out. I labeled them and everything. A lot of them had several punch outs, so what I tried to do is pick ones that were maybe less descript and hopefully a little bit trickier. So I will hold it up and then we'll show a picture to you all so you can try to guess what the game is, right. And we'll see if you can kind of guess as you're going along too.
One per game, right? Right,
one per game. And we do have 10 games that we have punch outs from.
Okay.
And we'll see how you do. So are you ready?
Let's do it.
So I'm going to start you with a softball. We'll kind of start you with an easier one. So this is the first one. We'll see if you can get that.
Okay. So I do know this one, but I'll kind of talk it through, give you guys a chance to look at it and see if you can figure it out too. I guess, there's different sort of context clues that you need to use looking at these sorts of things. And for this, the biggest one is the shape of the cutouts, right? There are some very distinct animal and fruit shapes and stuff, if you know what the game is. Kind of in the center of the board, I'm seeing cows, and then as I said, we got fruit, and then at the other end, in these sort of gray outlines, there's sort of a larger, almost bullet or silo shape, and then some smaller buildings, which are structures. So we've got structures, cows, fruit. This is fromage.
Yes, it is.
Right? Okay.
And there is more than just cows. I believe there's sheep and goats too, but yes, it's fromage.
It's cows. All right, like you said, that was easy.
All right, yeah. We'll do another kind of easing you into it. We'll see if you can do this one. So this is the second one.
Yeah, so again, this one is the colors are subconsciously just registering familiarity to me, I guess. So that's another way to kind of frame your guesses. Although thinking about what the different shapes would be, I don't know what this orange grouping area is. Okay, so don't know what those would be, but I could go through the rest of the shapes at least.
Okay.
Because these L ones are pumpkins.
Okay.
These yellow rectangles with sort of the rounded edges are corn. We've got strawberries, which are all things that you harvest in the game Harvest.
Yes.
Right?
It is Harvest. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
And I think that the orange pieces are the Mayor Gary that you use.
Oh no, you know what they are is
the sunrise tokens.
Yes, the things you draft at the beginning of the round. That's definitely
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And of course we have the little poops up top.
Of course, can't forget those. All right, I think we'll amp it up a little bit because you got two softballs there. So
yeah,
we'll go a little bit trickier. So this is the next one. See how you do with that one.
I don't have an immediate guess for this one, so we just have to kind of try to figure it out. First thing you notice is that there is a big open rectangle that takes up half the whole thing. That's got to be a player board, and then these small squares in groupings of 4 kind of look like a window, but each one has different background texture or look. So there's a grassy leaf kind of one, water, and then stone, or honestly they all kind of look like a backsplash tile in a kitchen or bathroom, something like that you would do. But I am not recognizing it, so I'm thinking this has got to be one that we haven't played before.
I can't tell you.
You could, but okay. The big one feels like probably the best clue. I'm also noticing that there's a little art bleed along the edge of that, a few centimeters where you can kind of see I don't know, it looks like maybe like a grassy island in the middle of water or like the sky. I don't know. Yeah, this one's a lot harder.
You got a guess?
Yeah, I think I just gotta throw a guess out. So, based on like the size overall, the fact that it's not like, you know, full box size or like a sheet of paper or something, is it cities?
It is, yeah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Good
Okay,
guess.
nice. 3 for 3. I am very surprised about that, but I'll take that all day. Every day of the week.
Yeah, so I've been kind of testing myself as we're going to, and that one I did guess, but the pieces that were sort of like sticking out to me from that game were the like building like the plastic building
that's
pieces.
That's not a Punch-Out.
Right. No, it's not. But the Punch-Out was kind of making me think of cities because of the coloring, because it matches the coloring of the box.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, the only thing I remember from that game is, yeah, it has lots of little plastic, like, buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Next up.
All right, we'll see if you can guess this one.
Okay. So this is another one I don't really have, like, an immediate guess off the bat. Compared to, you know, something like Fromage, these are much more nondescript shapes. Just very generic board game circles and diamonds. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking this is probably another one that we haven't played, maybe, because like the colors aren't really registering to me as different. Oh wait, okay, you're trying to trick me with this one. Colors, I got it. Okay, so we have gold and purple for Bless and Curse tokens, right? This is the Innsmouth Conspiracy for Arkham Horror LCG. Right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I wouldn't have expected that to be one of them. I guess I just kind of forgot about it. Usually you don't have punch-outs in those, but this is the first time they introduced like a different type of chaos token. So they obviously had to give you that stuff. And then over here we also have like keys and flood tokens and stuff. So, okay. I got it.
The other side might have been easier for him because it has different colors on it, but...
Right, yeah, it shows you what the different keys would actually be and stuff.
Yeah. I thought you might guess it pretty quickly just because it had like an AH, but it also has other letters and numbers on it too.
It has a little like AH. Well, thank God I got that one because you would not have let me live it down. Doing pretty good so far.
Yeah.
4 for 4.
All right, let's see. We'll try this one next.
Okay. This one feels like kind of a layup again.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you'd remember this one.
I'll give you guys a second. But so this is one that it has very unique shapes. And I don't know that I punched it out myself, but I did. There's some assembly required with this one. So I do think I helped like put these pieces together into a certain type of thing. Otherwise, I don't know that I would have been able to get it off of like the other shapes, but with the weird shapes in the red, black, and white area, this is definitely the White Castle.
Yes.
And these are the little like kind of like bridge things that I put together. Yeah.
Okay, well, sure, but you put one of them together and then you gave up and handed them to me, so. And then I put the rest of them together.
I did my part. That's more than I usually get when it comes to like punching a game.
That's true. I usually do like all of it. So.
All right.
All right.
Just keep it going.
I feel like I gotta like try to stump you somehow here. Maybe this will be the one. Who knows? All right. So actually, like I didn't know this one until I flipped it. I was trying to think of what that one was.
Potentially a clue. Okay.
Or is it not?
So this time I do not know, just off the bat for sure. There's a lot going on here, but it's not really registering specifically to me with anything. There's these sort of big cutouts and these sort of like 5-point patterns.
Yeah, that was making me think Arc Nova, but I know we've had that one forever, so that was clearly not.
Yeah, it looks like the large enclosures, right?
Yeah.
Although these could be like individual like hexes that are just grouped together or something.
That's true. Yeah, maybe they're separate.
The first thing that caught my eye though was actually the like green, sort of more like jagged or like angular ones. Mm-hmm. That feels very distinct. That feels like something I've seen before, but I can't quite like put my finger on it. And then other than that, we got this sort of like rounded. It looks kind of like a castle window, like in like a castle wall shape. And then center, there's these like two sort of turquoise outlined rectangles that actually looks like those are like different lengths from each other.
I think they are.
Actually, I think the green things are different sizes too. But I don't know. I think you might have stumped me with this one, actually.
Right.
I want to think that I could get this one, but really nothing is coming to mind. It's gonna be like shot in the dark here.
Yeah. So do you have a guess for this one?
Just to say something, I'll say Dreadful Meadows.
Nope. It is Castles of Burgundy.
Okay. Castles of Burgundy, sure.
Yeah. So
these are actual individual hexes then, because it's like the building tiles.
Which that makes more sense.
Yeah,
really.
Like
these would be the ships.
The ships and then the yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I got real fixated on that, and that's why that one's me. So
I recognize these now. These are the like I don't know what you call them, like gold tile sort of things. Mm-hmm. It's like whoever achieves it first, you get the big one that's worth more points, and then the second person gets the others, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The thing that like I thought was kind of funny though was that you said like this looks like a castle window, and I was like, oh, he'll get it then. Castles of Burgundy.
Well,
like there you go.
Right. It's literally like a tower. You know, you like there's like a dragon. You just climb up and you rescue the princess out of the window, kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Tombstone, but I love horror and spooky things, so maybe that's just my horror brain here.
Oh, you get that on your side.
I do get that on my
side.
Yes.
Okay.
Stumped you
I was
on
trying
that
to
one.
take it. Maybe I should have just snuck it over there without you noticing.
All right. So let's try this one next. Maybe we'll stump them again. Who knows? Or maybe that one's a little bit too descript for you.
This one, I know this one, and I actually think that I did punch it out myself. Also.
Oh, all right. Well, there you
go. Because I took note at the time of like how many crazy, weird-looking pieces there were in it. Trying to like organize this box without having played the game before, It was a mess.
It was, yes.
Okay, yeah. So you know what it is too, then.
Yeah, this one I did know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we actually pull this one out to play it, we're gonna find that like things are baggied up like all wrong.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to reorganize as soon as we play it.
But there are a lot of very unique things here, and it tells me that it is for sure Harrow County.
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great
so
job.
that one was maybe the easiest for me actually. Having the experience of having done it myself makes a difference.
All right. I think let's go with this one next. So we'll try this one.
Okay. So again, pretty sure I know it.
Okay.
Apparently this is not as hard as I was expecting overall, but we'll talk it out. I don't know that I punched this one, but this was a me game, that I was interested in, that I've been playing like on my own a little bit, so I just can kind of like recognize it. This is going to be Dune Imperium.
Yes.
Dune Imperium Uprising, right? So up in the one corner we've got 4 different colors for the 4 faction, or the 4 player colors, I should say, and these are the sort of like flag shapes for when you win a combat in a certain area and you get to like take control of it. We've got like the maker hooks in a couple different spots on here. We've got the like alliance tokens in the 4 colors for the alliance tracks. This triangle thing's probably like the shield wall, the barrier thing that you break down. So yeah, definitely enough distinct things to go off of here, even though the majority of the board is just rectangles.
Sure.
So
there's also like even like the background on the board. I did feel like this one was probably going to be a dead giveaway for you. But.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I look at that as well, I didn't need to dig that deep into it, but sure, it has the same color palette as the cover of the box. There's sort of like a moon and some sand at the bottom. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot like it. So
yeah.
All right,
you're doing pretty good here.
What else you got?
You got 7, I think. So all right, this one I gotta cover something here. Otherwise, this will kind of potentially give it away. So we're gonna cover that up.
Okay. So this one has a lot going on. Well, not that many different things, but a lot of punch outs. Right off the bat, for some reason, it's giving me like heat vibes, but that's not my guess.
Okay.
Because that one doesn't have like basically any punch out stuff in it.
Getting like racing vibes.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Sure.
It looks,
yeah, they're like racing colors. I can see that.
Looks like not NASCAR, but like motorsports. All right. Well, just going over it. I mean, most of it is like black outlined, but we do have some green, and then these orange kind of like house shapes. Those are making me think it's almost like a price tag like a price sticker like hanging off of a shopping bag or something. We have a speech bubble, which that I don't know what that would be. There's a bit of a background like around that corner, kind of like a blue and white checkered or like polka dot. Okay, the other corner also has like the same background texture but like red, so there's like a red versus blue going on. I don't know. There's just like there's so many tokens here as well. I can't think of what that would be. I don't know. Yeah, I think I gotta just give up on this one.
Marvel Champions.
Ah. All right, yeah, see that's.
I did figure that so it does say Marvel on it, which is why I covered that up, right there. So, and actually, we played this recently, and I literally said, when we do this, we're going to have to cover that because it says Marvel.
I remember that conversation, but trying to put it into any sort of, context time-wise or where we played or anything in my head was just not happening.
Sure. So. And the little speech bubble is, the first player.
Yeah, because it's like a comic book thing.
Yep, right? Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
What are
and these are
ones?
definitely, comic book colors. I don't know if we played with them, because we only did, one... We only did, the base characters so far, so I don't know if we used those.
Yeah, I don't know. See, this is a game that we've actually had forever, but we just pulled it off the shelf of shame, so it just wasn't in my brain as far as yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did think that would be a dead giveaway, but apparently.
You're right. I mean, we played it pretty recently, but it has left my mind since then.
Sure. All right, we do have one more for you.
Okay.
So, last one.
Okay, I caught a glimpse, not of the back or anything, but just as you were holding it there, and not a lot to go off of this one. We got two colors. We got blue, green, one shape.
Yep. I don't think the back would have helped you. It's literally one color. Maybe it would have made it harder.
Okay. So I'm thinking maybe one that I guessed before. This isn't it, but it could be maybe Dreadful Meadows, but I don't know everything that was in there. Most of what I remember component-wise were little candy pieces and stuff, which wouldn't be this. But I can't think of what else it would be. And it is about the right size for that game. I don't know, what are the other options? Colors are not really helping me. I don't know what the aesthetic would be, the color palette.
Well, I don't know. Why don't you take a guess?
Yeah, I don't know. Dreadful Meadows.
Yeah, it is Dreadful Meadows.
Okay, yeah, it kind of had to be, I think, right?
Yeah, so the other interesting thing is, we did punch out a lot more than 10 games.
The back actually maybe would have helped because it's the same color as the box.
Yeah.
The background of the box.
Yeah. But these, I think, are the, prices or something like that.
Sure.
I forget. But there was a lot of punch outs for this game.
Okay.
Actually.
All right, so what is that? Let's do a final count here, right?
Yeah.
So we got 1, 6, 7, 8 out of 10.
8 to 2. Yeah.
That was
you did
good.
really good.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty impressed with you on that. I'm surprised.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think you did really good.
Well, how would you do if you did do this, right? Would there be any point, or do you just know things because you're our punch-out queen?
Well, so I was checking myself as I was going because I haven't looked at these either since we punched them out. And the only one I couldn't get was Castles of Burgundy. I did guess the rest of them.
Okay.
So
cool.
I would have done one better than you.
The Marvel Champions one is kind of garbage because
well, that one I would have known. I don't know. I was really shocked because we just played it and we just punched it out not that long ago. This was actually the last one that we punched out.
I definitely didn't punch it at all.
It's the most recent one.
I was setting up the cards and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was surprised.
Should have done
the
one with the wheels,
See, that seemed
health
too
markers
obvious to
and
me.
stuff. Well, yeah.
Well, that was the point. I tried to grab ones that were a little bit harder.
Okay.
Fromage had nothing that was harder than that. So I mean that just was the punch out. But yeah, I mean I think this was really fun, and it was kind of a nice way to I don't know, get to enjoy our games in a different way by getting to see the punch outs after the fact. So maybe we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah.
But maybe over a longer period of time. So.
Right. Yeah, let us know if this is something that you'd like and want us to revisit, because we'll kind of need to plan ahead for it, right? It'll probably take another year or two worth of randomly getting a game here or there and holding on to the punch boards actually to have them ready to go for this.
I mean, maybe 6 months. He thinks we are never gonna get new games, but we know better.
But the other thing is it's hard to hold on to them for a long time because our dogs love to chew on these.
Yes. We found that our dogs absolutely love to just tear up the cardboard, and they don't actually like swallow it or anything. They just love.
They just make a mess that we have to deal with.
Yeah. But they have a blast. It is like their favorite toy. They love playing with.
One of them, at least.
Yes.
I think the other one doesn't really know what to do with it and just kind of follows the lead.
She's been learning. Yes. Yeah. She's like slowly learning what to do. The other one's teaching her slowly.
But so now we can finally hand these over.
Yes. So if you want to watch a little bit after the
Stick around
credits
for a clip
here,
at the end and you can watch our dogs munch some cardboard.
Give them a little bit of a treat today.
I guess that wraps it up then. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Join our community of fellow board gamers. And if you get a new game and want to try this out with us, head over to our Facebook, post a picture on there. We'll see if we can guess it.
We would love to guess it.
Yeah.
See if we can get it right. Let us know how you did today, and we'll see you next time. Game on.
Game on.
Hey girls, what do we have? Do you want one? Can you sit? Can you sit nicely? Oh, sit good. Marnie, sit. Sit. Sit down. I give it to you. You sit. There we go. Oh, here you go, hon. Here's yours. There we go. I know it. So excited. Get it, Martin. Oh, we gotta stretch first. I understand. All right. Get it, girl. What do you got, honey? What do you got? Are you so excited? Woohoo! Party! We get the board game pieces!